Peace and blessings, my collective. Welcome back from the trenches to the cosmos, where we take life lessons from the trenches and align it with the wisdom of the universe. Today, we're going to be talking about Pluto in the third house. And this one right here, this is mental. This is not just communication. This is not just thinking. This is how your mind was shaped. See, the third house, it deals with your thoughts, perception, your communication, and how you interpret reality. But when you place Pluto there, that doesn't deal with surface level things. Pluto goes deep. So if you have this placement, your thoughts, they aren't random. They were learned. They were built over time based on what you experienced in early life. As a child, you were constantly observing, listening, watching, trying to understand what was going on around you. And the truth is, children, they don't just question reality. They absorb it. So whatever environment you grew up in, whatever communication style was around you, you took that in and made it your truth. You started forming beliefs like, I need to understand everything. I need to read between the lines. I need to say the things the right way. And you didn't consciously choose those beliefs. They became you automatically. Now let's take this deeper. That overthinking, that constant analyzing, that mental pressure, that's not your personality. That's adaptation. See, at some point in your life, thinking like that helped you. Maybe communication around you wasn't clear. Maybe people said one thing and meant another. Maybe there was some tension that wasn't spoken about. So your mind adapted. And it said, stay alert, stay on point, figure this out. Don't mess anything up. Because missing something, it didn't feel safe. Now let's make this real scenario. Imagine a child growing up in an environment where the communication is inconsistent, right? Sometimes things are calm, sometimes they're not. Sometimes emotions are expressed, sometimes they're hidden. Sometimes something feels off, but nobody talks about it. So what does a child do? They start watching everything. Tone, energy, facial expression, silence. They start trying to understand people without people actually explaining themselves. They stop just being a child and start becoming aware of things. And that awareness, within time, turns into overthinking later on. So now as an adult, you overthink everything. You analyze tone. You read into silence. You assume meaning behind words. You replay conversations in your head, trying to figure out what was really meant. Sometimes you feel like you have to be right, or you get defensive when challenged. Or the opposite. You doubt yourself, you question your own thoughts, you wonder if you're reading things wrong. And most people think, this is who I am, but it's not. You're reacting to the present based on patterns from the past. This is where Pluto splits, because the same mind can either trap you. It can trap you in anxiety, overthinking, mental exhaustion, or it could become your greatest power. Because once you become aware of it, of the pattern, you stop reacting automatically and you start seeing clearly. You start realizing that not every tone means something. Not every silence is meant to be a threat. Not every thought is truth. Now your mind isn't controlling you. You're working with it. And this is the moment where everything changes. You start to realize, I don't think this way because it's who I am. I think this way because it's what I learned. And that awareness, it breaks the pattern. So now instead of reacting, you pause. Now instead of assuming, you question. Now instead of defending, you observe. Now here's the work, right? So when a thought comes in, don't fight it. Don't try to shut it off. Just pause and ask yourself, is this actually true? Or is this something I learned a long time ago? Now you can take it a step further. Slow your body down, because this isn't just mental, it's your nervous system. Take a slow deep breath in and let it out even slower. Do that a few times, because when your body calms down, your mind stops trying to protect itself. Now reframe your thought. Instead of thinking, they meant something by that. Try, maybe there's nothing there and I'm just used to looking for something. See, that right there creates space, and that space is where your power is. And then over time, start rewriting your thoughts down. Like writing your thoughts down. Don't judge them. Put them down to see the pattern. Because once you see the pattern, you stop being controlled by it. There's nothing wrong with your mind. Your mind did exactly what it was supposed to do. It adapted. It protected you. It helped you navigate situations you didn't fully understand at the time. But now, you don't need to operate from survival anymore. Now you get to choose. See, Pluto in the third house isn't here to punish you. It's here to transform your mind, because once you change how you think, you change how you see. And once you change how you see, you change your reality. From the trenches to the cosmos, until next time, stay blessed. That's what I have for you for Pluto in the third house.